So episode number 5. It's so good to be back, and clearly summer is over. I just picked the last apples from the trees. The last bees are visiting the last flowers to stack up for winter. And the garden is so beautiful with all the reds and the yellows and all the flowers turning into seed pods, and super sweet. And summer was pretty busy, so I'm extra excited to be back, and I'm really psyched to tell you about that guitar. But first, a short YouTube recap. In total, the last 4 episodes have been viewed about 1,000 times, and I've noticed that when I upload a video, I get quite some visitors, and I even get some comments. And after a while, I'm thrown into the dark abyss of YouTube, and not many people bump onto my content, I guess, and it would be nice to be found just a little more. So I'm thinking about that, and I'm planning to change the name of my channel. I will tell you a bit more about that. But hey, let's get to the most important bit, and that's make content, right? Up, up, and away. Welcome back, my fellow sustainable guitarists. It's so nice to have you back here in the shed, back in the garden. Sun's coming out. Back for another great sleeper guitar that hopefully will steer you away from buying a brand new one. Today's guitar is an absolute steal, so bear with me. But before I start talking guitar, I want to address something else. As said in the intro, I'll be changing the name of this channel. When I started this, I promised myself to be quite transparent. I will talk about guitars, I will show you guitars, I will show you the progress we make in our garden. I will hunt down great second-hand guitars so I can tell you to stop buying new stuff. And I will inform you about this journey that is starting a new YouTube channel. Interesting as well. Matt's Sleepers Shed. I mean, I like it. It has my name in it, and it has a nice alliteration on sleepers and shed, and it's shot in my shed. So far, so good. But in the past few months, I encountered some problems with it, and I think I should take action. Problem number 1. When I proudly tell people about my new hobby, this channel, most of the time they're kind enough to ask me the name of my channel, right? So I'll give it, and there you go. It's like Matt's, and so how do you spell Matt and Sleepers Shed or shit or Matt Sleepers? And so is there a hype? Is there? It just takes a lot of explaining. And problem number 2 comes around the corner when all is spelled out and they finally get the name. They look it up and come back with, well, the only thing I find is this thing about mattresses. Yep, Matt's Sleeps is a Dutch mattress brand, and they have quite an impressive online appearance. So you can imagine that this mattress keeps me from sleeping at night. And then there's this third thing. The title of my channel doesn't have guitar in it, and well, it's about guitars. Taking action. Kill your darlings. Matt's Sleeper Shed is no more. It was absolutely great while it lasted. And in comes the guitar gardener. I mean, this has guitar in it, and it has me rummaging around in the garden, and it feels like, well, what I'm doing here, you know, caring for these great sleeper guitars and growing the love for them. And I'm pretty sure you will love the next one. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go. today, man, let me tell you, this is the Cort M520. And in all honesty, this was not the guitar I was looking for. I was looking for its sister. So this guitar came in two versions, one with the humbuckers and one with P90 single coils. And I was on the hunt for this guitar because I remembered that one. And it's lovely. I mean, it's tobacco sunburst, and it has these cream colored P90s, cream bindings. It's a stunning guitar, but it's super hard to find. I've been looking for that guitar for more than a year, and I couldn't find it. So I bought the humbucker version to see if this could make it to the shed. Can it make it to the shed? There's no doubt. This is an astonishing guitar, and I'm super psyched to be able to tell you about this. And humbuckers. Finally, we have a full-on humbucking guitar in the shed, because I was getting some complaints that I was leaving out this type of a guitar, but it's not like that. Just give me time, okay? A short word about Cort, and because I'm not going to tell you a lot about this, there's a lot of information to be found, and there's a lot of things already told about Cort. It's just that when you say that you've never played a Cort guitar before, that is probably not the case, because this factory that builds guitar in both Korea as well as in Indonesia and in China, this factory has been producing guitars for the big names for over decades. Squier, Ibanez, and in the last couple of years they made these brilliant SE guitars for PRS, with and for PRS. Just a great factory, and sometimes they put their own name on the headstock, and they're right. So let's make coffee, some lunch, and some music. This M520 was made in the Indonesian factory of Cort, and it is a, there we go, 22 frets. It's a 12-inch radius rosewood fretboard. It's a 24 3/4 inch scale length. It's in this matte black paint with these nicely aged bindings, and it was made in a few other colors. And from what I found on the web, it is produced between 2003 and 2013, and I'm not so sure. So if you know more, tell me. It's a set neck. More on that later. There's 520s being made in Korea, and there's 520s made in Indonesia. So it could be that around this time Cort was moving facilities from Korea to Indonesia. Could be fun to have a Korean made one and an Indonesian made one together in one room to see if there's a difference. Not too sure if you will find one though. Hardware and electronics. This is a super solid Tone Pro's bridge. And what makes it a Tone Pro, let me tell you, normally these two parts are held on to the guitar just by the tension of the strings alone. But with the Tone Pro, you get these small bolts in all the parts, so that after you've adjusted the bridge the right height, you can then tighten these bolts and it's locked on firmly to the guitar. It's really, really good stuff. It has two Mighty Might humbuckers. These things are absolutely great, but do not expect super high gain humbuckers. These are way more like the old Puff styled, do you say Puff? P-A-F? Styled vintage humbuckers. Nonetheless, super nice. Simple toggle switch, nothing special there, just works, and nice pots. And there's a toggle switch here to toggle between humbucking mode and single coil mode. When you switch from humbucking mode to single coil mode, you get a not so small drop in output, but the extra tones you get with this switch are super welcome, and they're nice. They're not the beefy single coil sound you expect from a beefy single coil. It even has some acoustic sound to it, but you could, after switching it to single coil mode, use a small boost pedal to get the level up at the same level of the humbucking mode. Nice, not to say lovely, C-shaped, quite flat C-shaped neck, rosewood fingerboard, great fretwork, and there's 6 tuners. Nothing special, nothing especially bad. So a full mahogany build, a set neck, taken into account the scale length of this guitar, 2 PAF style humbuckers. I mean, on paper, you know what this is, right? On paper, a guitar nerd would recognize a Gibson. But without that paper, just by the looks, this is a Les Paul dressed like a PRS. What's not to like? When I bought this guitar, it didn't look like this though. I bought it from a real nice guy who clearly played this guitar a lot, which is a great thing. These guitars are solid workhorses and they should be played a lot. And he clearly liked it, and I can imagine. So I had to put some TLC in it, had to remove a sticker or 2. I had to adjust the saddles to tune the guitar all the way up the neck. I had to remove a lot of dirt and grime from the fretboard. But after all that, out came this fantastic guitar. That's quite impressive, right? After all these years of hard work, it looks pristine now. When I bought it, I wasn't that keen on the satin black finish. A bit boring. I like my guitars to be a bit more colorful. But after a while and having it around, I guess this is more like a tuxedo. I mean, we've all seen the black suit, we've all seen a tuxedo, but the reason why we have all seen it is because it just looks really sharp. He sold me this guitar telling me that he bought the real thing. Good for him. And it makes perfect sense, right? The real thing is an absolutely great guitar. But if you are looking for the next best thing, or if you're looking for a Les Paul vibe guitar for which you don't have to sell your kidney, and what would happen if you put in two brilliant aftermarket humbuckers in this guitar, would you still be able to hear the difference? Pros and cons. What makes this guitar so great? It's super comfortable to play, and it's a nice flat but wide feeling neck, and it makes me want to play notes. And maybe I'm the only one, and maybe this is recognizable, but there's guitars that you pick up and this guitar makes you play chords, and other guitars that you pick up and it makes you want to play notes or find melodies, and this is the latter. It makes me want to find melodies. These are great sounding pickups. Like I said, it's not super high gain. It's vintage sounding, sweet. And being able to switch it to single coil makes it a super versatile guitar. And like I said, it's not the beefy wackiness you get from a solid P90 or a beefy single coil. It's almost acoustic-like, but like I said, super usable. And great hardware. I mean, this Tone Pro bridge is absolutely killer. This guitar has a set neck, and I mean, a set neck is like a high-end thing, right? And it shows in sustain and it shows in overtones. Super sweet. It's super solid. I mean, it's hardy. It's been played for so long and so many years. Still looks, feels great. Neck is as straight as it can be. Just a solid workhorse. I'm really impressed with this. All the above makes it great. But what makes it crazy, these guitars are, they're not flooding the market, but they're not hard to find either. And if you're patient, you can buy this guitar for 100 euros. 100 euros. One. Pros and cons. What is not to like? Boring color? Yep. Slight drop in output when you switch to single coil? Yes. Doesn't say Gibson or PRS on the headstock? Yep. €100. What is not to like? It's crazy. So that's it for episode number 5. I hope you liked it. Next up is another chord guitar. I'm sorry, it looks like I'm a bit of a fanboy, and I just might be. But you should really come around next time. This is a rare guitar, and it's gonna be good, I promise. And if you have a better idea, well, you know the drill. Let me know in the comments down below. What is your favorite sleeper guitar? I love to hear that, and I'll love to track it down. For now, have a great day, and remember, a great guitar will never age. It is as old as the last new song you wrote on it. Now you go away and make music. See you next time.